Hi, welcome back to Teach Me a channel. In this video, I will show you how to write a C program to perform addition operation of two fixed numbers. Let's get started.
In my last video, I had shown you how to display hello world onto your output console. In this video, I will show you how to add two operands. So first, before starting to write the program, let me tell you how would you add two operands. Is usually when you have to perform the addition operation, you will need two operands and an operator which would be required to perform the addition operation. So let's get started in writing a C programming code to add two operands. So before we start writing the C programming code, the first statement that we need to write is the preprocessor statement, which would start with #include stdio.h as the header file, and another header file that we need to include, it is console input output dot header file. So to make the compiler understand, I had mentioned that we need to write something called as a main function, where I am not returning any sort of output. For that, the keyword would be void, and any of your C programming code executional statements would need to be written between open and closing parentheses. So now let me tell you how would you need to perform the addition operation is. Now usually when you want to perform an addition operation of two operands. For example, if I take 2 and 2, so if you want to perform addition operation between 2 and 2, which are the numbers, you need to tell to the compiler that that particular number has to get stored in some space in the C memory. So for that, it is called as a declaration. So when you say declaration, you are actually mentioning that this is the particular variable or the number that you will be storing in the memory with this particular size. So now int is one of the keywords which will say that you are trying to save integer sort of numbers. So now when you have to save, I need to have certain sort of space where I will name that particular space with some name. So now if I want to save one of the numbers, I will use something called as number underscore 1, which will say it as this is the number, it is the variable. So similarly, I need to perform addition operation with one more operand. So for that, I will name it as number underscore 2. Once you have these two operands where you will perform the addition operation with an operator, you need to save the output of the operation, addition operation that you will perform to some other space. So that space I will use another variable called as sum. So here I use the variable called as sum, and then any of the executional statements, as I mentioned, they need to be terminated with a semicolon. So now let me show you how I can perform the addition operation for these two operands. Now what I will do is, in the first variable where I have mentioned as number underscore 1, I will save one number into that variable as 2, and then since this is an executional statement, I need to terminate it with a semicolon. Similarly, in number underscore 2, I will save another number as 2. So now how do I perform addition operation of these two numbers is I need to use an operand between them. Now to perform the addition operation of number 1, and I'm using an addition operator as plus, and then I will use another operand as number underscore 2. So So since this is again an execution statement, I need to terminate it with a semicolon. What would happen is that usually when you're performing addition operation, so now with number 1 and number 2, so this has to get saved in some space. So for that we have used a variable called as sum. Write sum, and whatever addition operation you're performing, that has to get stored into the variable sum. So the syntax for that is I need to write the variable called as sum and then use an assignment operator which is equal to, and then have these operands perform an addition operation with an operator called as plus. Once we have performed the addition operation, I need to display whatever the operation has been performed. To display that, I need to use printf as the function. So printf would start with an opening of the parentheses, and then you need to start with the double quote. So if I want to display the sum of those two operands, then I will use sum is equal to, and then I need to use the access specifier which is %d, and then I need to close the double quotes, and then the statement would be continued with the comma. I would need to access the number or the operation, addition operation that has been performed, and it has got saved into the variable called as sum. This addition operation or the sum is stored in the variable called as sum. So I need to write the variable name here, and then I will close the printf function and then terminate the statement with a semicolon. Now let us try to compile this set of lines of code and then see if we have compiled the code successfully or not. So that's it. That's how it shows now the compilation is successful. Now if I want to see the output on the console, then I need to use a function called as getch, and then I need to terminate that execution statement with the semicolon. Now let's try to run the program and then see addition operation of the two numbers that we have used, which is 2 and 2. That's it, you have done it. You are displaying here as sum is equal to 4, where the addition of 2 plus 2 is giving the output as 4. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how do we really perform an addition operation of two operands with an operator plus that we have performed. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like this and see you in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.